I give you guys permission to stand me until I do something horribly wrong that ends my career. Just don't be weird about it, okay? Don't like go doxing me and sending me pizzas and lying to my face about that. Dude, I'm petty today. I'm on my petty shit right now, okay? I'm bad. I'm bad to the bone. Okay, should I tell the story? I feel like I can tell this story. I'm sorry to everyone that's heard this story before, but that's gonna stick around and hear this story for years to come. But this is just like the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. You know, I've been streaming for a little bit now, and a couple months back, I picked up a very loyal viewer, someone that looked up to me, and he watched me like pretty much every stream. He was there, very supportive, so he was very wholesome peepo pog. You know, I didn't really think much of it, and then one day, I was doing an Amazon stream, and let's just say, Streamer Man was a little bit reckless, and I might have shown my address and phone number. I kept going on with the stream. I switched over to Pixelmon later, and this dude joined the chat, and his name was Prank Call 3. Now, this was weird to me because earlier in the stream, unrelated to the story up to this point, I guess, I had gotten a random prank call. And, you know, I didn't really think much of it. I've gotten prank calls before, but I'd gotten a random prank call on stream. And this dude named Prank Call 3 joins the chat. And I'm like, yo, what do you know about that prank call earlier? Because this is weird that I got a prank call and then a dude named Prank Call 3 joins the stream. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of cringes. So he says, I know everything about you. I'm the one that just sent you a pizza. I'm like, huh? What does that mean? That question went unanswered. And he's like, yeah, I also hacked this stupid idiot in your chat. The stupid idiot that he was mentioning was the wholesome boy that viewed all my streams. Apparently, he had gotten his account hacked by this prank call dude, this prank call fella that just joined. And this dude's just talking mad crap, mad dumpskis. He's taking fat dumpskis on my boy in chat. So I ban him. Like 30 minutes later, wholesome boy joins. And he joins back and he's like, hey, I got locked out of my account. I had to change my password. I got hacked. Blah, 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 blah. Night goes on. About an hour after the whole ordeal, it's like 10:30 p.m., maybe 11 p.m. And I get a ring on my doorbell. And I'm like, what the hell is going on at my front door at this late of an hour? I don't think anything of it. I let my parents worry about it. I keep on streaming. And then my dad walks into my room and he goes, hey, son, did you order a pizza? And I go, what? No, it's 10:30 p.m. I didn't order a pizza. And then I have a flashback of an hour earlier when a strange fella by Prank Call 3 joined my chat and said that he had ordered me a pizza. Pizza Hut's at my door with a big ol' pizza for me. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. We investigate a little bit. We call Pizza Hut, and I'm like, yo, how was this ordered? And they're like, oh, they ordered it online. Okay, did they use like an email or phone number? Yeah, they used this phone number. And they read it. It's my phone number. So this prank call dude had ordered a pizza to my house using my phone number, and that was that. I mean, we declined the pizza. We didn't want to pay for a pizza that I didn't want. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't going to eat it. And it's like, so there's a guy out there now that has my address and my personal phone number, obviously my full name, and he's ordering pizzas to my house. We call the cops. We get the cops involved. They're like, you know, we're gonna try our best. We'll look into it. We'll talk to the pizza place. But at the end of the day, there was nothing they could do. I mean, they couldn't really like trace the IP back. There wasn't an email or a phone number they could trace it back to. There wasn't a credit card they could link it to. It was pretty much it was a mystery. I should say, at the time, I had zero idea that I accidentally doxed myself. I had no idea. So I'm just assuming This dude hacked into one of my accounts, got my personal information somehow. I have no idea how he found my stuff. We install a VPN on my computer. I'm just hoping that nothing happens again. We lock in all the doors. You know, we're keeping extra safe with our security now. And I go to bed, and I hope that that's the end of it. Boy, was I wrong. 2 days later, while I'm streaming, I get a ring on my doorbell. What could that be? I check. It's Domino's at my front door. So I explained to the driver, I'm sorry, I didn't do this. Please, if you can, whitelist my number. Don't accept any more orders from this number. I'm sorry. I did not do it. I'm getting pranked. This is not something that I did. He says, I delivered it because I figured you were drunk when you ordered, because the name that we were given was Sex Machine, and you ordered a large meat lover's pizza. And he's like, I wasn't going to deliver it because I thought it was a prank, but then I thought, maybe he's drunk and this is really funny, so I'm going to deliver it. Well done. Prank call 3. Well done. Got to give you props there. Okay? The comedy is not lost there. Okay? At this point, I'm peeved. Because this isn't a one-time occurrence. This is not a one-time prank. Now we have a serial pizza caller. So I call all of the pizza joints in my city. I ask them to whitelist me, or blacklist me, I guess. If you get, if you get an order with this address or this phone number, you don't accept it. I'm sorry if that happens. My apologies, but I'm getting harassed. At this point, I'm like, okay, well, it's time to investigate. I take matters into my own hands. I start to see, how is this possible? I'm going through my emails. Is there anything that says there's been a security breach, that my password, that my account has been accessed anywhere? No, nothing. So next thing I do is I check my Twitch clips. You remember Wholesome Boy that I mentioned earlier? Well, there was a Twitch clip created, posted into my community, clips section of my Twitch channel, of me accidentally doxing myself, clipped by none other than Wholesome Boy. And I message him. What the fuck, dude? And he says, I got hacked. I didn't do that. So I do give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, he did say that's when he got hacked. It lines up with what he said in chat, so I kind of feel defeated. I'm telling my friends about it. But then we decide, no, I'm not going to give up that easily, because something just feels off. Something here is shady. There's something going on behind the scenes, and I don't like that. So I put my detective cap on, and I pick up my pipe, and I decide I'm getting to the bottom of this. Detective Griffin is going to be on the scene. I'm trying to find everything I can to maybe put some pieces together. And I come across what I believe to be the most damning piece of evidence in any investigation ever. I pull up the chat logs. And what I'm about to show you might blow your mind. 9:30, prank call 3 joins. Hey, I say, whoa, what do you know about this? Everything. I bought you a pizza. Yeah, I hacked a stupid kid's account, and I clipped the username. It's Scott Hartman. I logged him out. I hacked it. It was easy. I sent him a link, and I changed his password. He can't get his account back. Block me, I call you. And I ban him. I say it's past your bedtime. I ban him at 9:39. At 9:54, 15 minutes later, Scott Hartman comes back. Hi. He sent a screenshot in Discord that he had to change his password. I had no reason to believe he was lying. But again, I had to go do some digging. What I came across was a pretty damning piece of evidence. Scott, not the most skilled typer. He had his issues when it came to spelling and grammar. What Scott was really known to do, if you can see it down here, is spell two, T-W-O, in any context. You too, T-O-O. Clearly what he means. He says it's T-W-O. You don't see a lot of people doing that. Well, besides prank call 3. So, this got me thinking. The matching twos, along with the misspelt words, easy, Clipper it. Everything. I bought 2 pizza. Something is fishy here. Maybe Prank Call is just really trying to fit into the character. Maybe he's been studying Scott's grammatical errors. This was damning evidence. But could it be enough? Could a couple of misspelt words be enough to charge a man? I had to do some more digging. My digging led me down some rabbit holes, to say the least. When I had confronted Scott about doxing me, about saving the clip, he said he didn't do it. He was hacked. Well, if I choose to believe that, then I should see if I can find out if it's anyone else. But I wanted to see if he was lying, so I did some digging on Scott. And I found he had done his first ever live stream. That's right, he did his first ever live stream the day I got doxxed. And within that live stream, homeboy did a little bit of doxing himself. And I found out the city where he lived. Not that it was very hard to find out regardless, because he also had a video of his graduation on his YouTube channel. So I knew him from that as well. He had told me the state that he lived in my chat. A couple times, actually. And he followed me on Instagram. So I followed him back. I saw some certificates stating I went to this school at this time period. That was very useful information to know. That he graduated from this specific school in this specific city in 2019. That was incredibly useful to know. And I'll show you why. So if I pull up my Discord, I go over to my chats. This is breaking news. This is breaking news, boys. You guys are seeing this for the first time that I am. He's deleted all of his chats. Or blocked me or something. I have none of his chats anymore. Luckily for me, I did screenshot. Oh my god. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. All right, let me pull up. It starts with me asking why he clipped it. He says, I didn't. My account got hacked. Later on, after I found out where he lived and everything, I decided to confront him with the help of Andrew and my buddy Phil, or the Terror in chat. We came up with a plan. The plan was we will tell him that the cops are in on it and they are tracking the IP right now. They are minutes away from finding it. Scare him a little bit. Sprinkle in that I know where he lives. Okay, that could be a very good decision. I'll say, if whoever did it comes forward, I will not press charges. I tell him, I just talked to the cops, and it sounds like we might be able to use the IP address he used to buy the pizzas. We could be able to trace it back to his address and get his name too, which would be awesome. And he just says, yeah. Then he tries to save face a little bit. I'm looking at where my password was changed. It says Philadelphia. This is where I should point out. He lives in Pennsylvania. This I know. I know he lives in Pennsylvania. I think he's starting to get the idea that I also know that. So now he's trying to say, it's in Philadelphia. It's in Philly. I mean, it's crazy. But here's the thing. In my chat, he had told me the account that hacked him from Florida. I said, wait, your password was changed in Philly? I thought you said that your password got changed in Florida. He said, oh, he's using a VPN. I found a way to bypass VPNs. He was using a knockoff VPN service, and he tried to log into my Facebook, and VPN doesn't work with Facebook. So he's trying to throw out all of this electronic mumbo jumbo because I think he knows I'm not very smart. I think that made sense. But I'm smarter than he gives me credit for. And he says, I just had to keep changing my passwords. And I say, okay, how did he get your Twitch? At this point, I'm just trying to see if he contradicts himself in any way possible. So he says, I have no idea. All my passwords was the same. Okay, I'm trying to hold his hand right now and walk him to the answer. I say, you didn't get any like weird texts or anything? How would he have gotten into your account in the first place? He said, yeah, I did get a weird text. So then I'm like, okay, I'm cutting the bullshit. The cops are saying it's coming from somewhere more north in Pennsylvania. And Philly's pretty south. The town he lives in where he doxed himself is northern Pennsylvania. For the record. He says, I don't know. I don't live in Philly. So I'm like, Scott, I don't know where you live. But that's also unrelated. Because that's not what we're on about. These pranks are from earlier than the screenshot that you're showing me right now. He says, I live in South Carolina. Oh, you do? Oh, you do? Do ya? You live in South Carolina. That's what you're going to come out and tell me right now? I live in South Carolina. I was up at New York for a while to visit my friend. I said, whoa, okay. Wait, in my Twitch chat, you told me you lived in Pennsylvania. That's crazy. And he says, oh, I did live in Pennsylvania, but we moved because a girl was doing something to me in school, and I was only in Pennsylvania recently to see a friend. First off, you just said you were in New York. Now you're back in Pennsylvania. You moved from Pennsylvania because a girl in school was doing something? So I say, hold on. Didn't you graduate, though? He says, oh, yeah, I graduated in class of 2019. But this thing with the girl happened in 2018. I moved in 2018. Right. So it's not making sense that you moved because someone did something to you in school, so you graduated in South Carolina? Well, I'm confused what you're trying to get at here, Scott. And he says, yeah, I'm done with school. I was just in like life skill classes. So I'm like, okay, this dude's just beating around the bush. Okay, so do you have any other info? And he says, nope. That's all he says, nope. I said, okay, just let me know. The police said that they'll be able to see who did it soon. I go to bed. I'm peeved, dude. I'm pissed. We didn't get anywhere tonight. I mean, we kind of got him backed into a corner. He's lying now, but he didn't admit to anything. So I go to bed. During the night, I get these texts. Hi, this is Scott. I'll read it word for word. Hi, this is Scott Mom. What happened? I got messages because I have to access to all of accounts because Scott is autistic and our seizures and all that. I want to know if he okay. I'm not going to say anything, but I will let you guys come to your own conclusion whether or not you think that was Scott's mom. I didn't see this. I was asleep. Later that same night, while I was sleeping, I am very, very lucky to have an insomniac friend like Phil. Phil was monitoring my Discord for me. A Discord user by the name of PrankCaller3 randomly joined my Discord, huh? And also, randomly, at 3 a.m. in the morning, this PrankCaller3 that joined my Discord decided to send a GPS screenshot of where he lived. I had zero idea that this thing happened at all until 3 p.m. that next day. I was at work, minding my own business, and I get a DM from Scott. A user named PrankCaller3 joined and posted his GPS. I took a screenshot if you want it. Okay, hold on. Joined what? He said he joined the Discord server, but someone kicked him and removed the images and all of that. And I said, okay, send me the GPS location. I won't show you the location, but only because it's a GPS screenshot location of a street and a house 2 streets away from me. Scott chimes in. I don't know what this is, but this is what he posted. His Discord name was PrankCaller3. So at this point, I'm texting Phil, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened last night? Catch me up. And Phil says, okay, well, PrankCaller3 joined. He posted this GPS location. That's about it. I kicked him, I banned him, I removed all the images. So I'm like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I've tried everything I can come up with to catch Scott in the act, to get him to admit it. And he will not admit it. My hands are tied. So I'm texting Phil and I'm texting Andrew. Do I just come clean? Do I tell him I know it's him and tell him to admit it? And we concluded, yeah, that's going to be what happens. So I text him. Okay, Scott, here's the deal. I know it's you. There's a large amount of evidence pointing towards the fact that it's you, including your multiple lies trying to convince me otherwise. I know you don't live in South Carolina. I know you live in northern Pennsylvania, and you've lied to me in an effort to get me off your tail. I need this to stop. I don't want to have to ban you, but I will. I don't want to have to get the cops even more involved and tell them I know who it is, but if the harassment continues, I will have to. You need to stop, and this needs to end. It was never funny, and it was never cool. It was always harassment, and harassment is illegal. Now, I want you guys, guess what his response was. Would you apologize? Would you own up to it? Would you keep denying it? I would be hard-pressed to find any one of you that guesses what he said. This motherfucker. He has the audacity to look me in the eyes and say, okay. I was his bitch all along. He had made me his bitch. How? How did I let this happen? I controlled that situation to a T. Okay? Everything planned out. I had all of the power. And in a single message, it went from 100 to 0. He owned me. How do I come back from that? That was brutal. He ended my whole career with that single statement. Those 2 letters. He big-brained me. What the hell? I was furious. Let me say, I was A, dying, and B, furious. I was on call with some of my boys, some of my other boys, and I was showing them all of the evidence on his Instagram. Right as I sent that message, one of my friends requested to follow his Instagram, and Scott, to save face, deleted all evidence that was on his Instagram of where he lived, of the school he went to. He deleted it all as soon as my friend requested him. He deleted his graduation video from his YouTube, so I didn't have that as proof. I didn't screenshot anything from his Instagram, so I didn't have the certificate saying that he graduated at this school. I didn't have literally the school name. All of that was taken off. This kid, he was big braining me every step of the way. Every single step of the way. I thought I was 6 steps ahead. I was chasing my own tail, and he was nowhere in the equation. I was his bitch, and that hurt. After he hit me with the okay, I said, so you'll stop? He said, well, I don't have your house address, so, I mean, what is there to stop? So not only did he make me his bitch by saying, okay, he's still denying it. What? So I said, okay, Scott, so you're denying it is you, or you've deleted my address and it won't happen again. What are you doing? What are you confessing here? Are you denying that it's you? Or are you saying that you've deleted my address and that it won't happen again? I never had your address in the first place. Easy. This bitch, dude. Okay, so you're denying that you sent me those pizzas, which means you're doubling down on the fact that you live in South Carolina and that you have a hacker friend, a supposed hacker friend that lives in Pennsylvania. Might I add, I forgot to mention this part because it seemed so out there that I forgot. Okay? Phil went undercover and texted Scott in the DMs. He said, bro, this is the funniest shit ever. I wish I knew who was doing it. Because mine and Phil's logic was, he'll own up to it. I mean, this dude's going to want to take credit for something. If someone's saying it's funny, he's going to want to take credit for it. We thought he'd admit. He didn't admit. But what he did say randomly out of the blue to Phil was, oh, well, I live in South Carolina, so it couldn't have been me. And Phil's like, okay, hold on. I never even brought that up. Why would you say that? That's a weird thing to say in this context, Scott. And Scott's like, yeah, but it wasn't me because I live in South Carolina. But you know who I think it was? It was my hacker friend from Pennsylvania, who I actually hadn't spoken to in years. But funnily enough, I went and saw him just last week. when all this was starting. And he hacked my account and then hacked Griffin. That's what happened. It was weird. And now I'm back in South Carolina. What the fuck? There's a whole new part of this equation. Now there's a hacker friend in Pennsylvania. And the reason why Scott was in Pennsylvania was because he was visiting his hacker friend. That's where I said, so you're doubling down on the fact that you sent me the pizzas, that you live in South Carolina, and that you have a hacker friend in Pennsylvania. And Scott says, yes, but we're not friends no more. For a while, I knew him. What? You just told Phil that you were with him a week ago, and now you're not friends? How does that make sense? Yeah, we're friends, but, I mean, we don't know each other anymore. I say, okay, so you don't live in Pennsylvania. I told him his town. I know what town he lives in now. He knows I know his town, okay? That's scary. That's gotta be scary. He says, no, I don't live there. So you're telling me that you did, in fact, graduate from a school in South Carolina. That's what you're telling me. You graduated in 2019 from a school in South Carolina. And not from high school in 2019. You're lying, Scott. And I know it. And he says, finally, after being slapped down, he hopped on my back. He was riding me like a fucking pony, dude. He was owning me. Finally, I had the power. And he says, enough to make a grown man cry, boys. I did. I'm a petty bitch. And I say, you did what? I'm a petty bitch. I wanted to hear him admit to me. I did. Go to It felt so good. When I tell you, this was the sweetest nectar I have ever sipped. I said, you graduated from it. Not from South Carolina. You've been lying to me. I said, I appreciate the effort. It clearly means you care enough about my content to want to stay around. Unfortunately, I don't appreciate the lies, and the sentiment was lost when the pizzas were sent. I'm banning you from the Discord and my Twitch, Scott. I hope you stop sending me pizzas, and if you are so confident that it is your friend, I suggest that you tell him to stop too, unless you want the cops showing up at your door. One more pizza, and I will not be afraid to tell them that it was you who was harassing me. I don't want to have to tell the cops it was you, but my hands are tied. And he says, okay, I'll miss watching the streams. Jesus Christ. I said, thank you. I hope you've learned that this is harassment. It's illegal. As is the harassment that you've been doing on Snapchat as well. Stop harassing girls, Scott. It's bad. Take care. Just a little zinger there to leave you guys with. The reason why I said that last part,
bro,
I'll show you.
So in the Twitch video I'm watching of his, that shows like the city he's from and shit. At the very end, he's closing out of Among Us, and he's closing out of Discord or Streamlabs. And look at this message on his Snapchat that he has pulled up. This dude was harassing a girl in Snapchat.
I'm sorry, you super cute. So what this proved to me, what that message there proved to me of him saying, I'm sorry, you super cute, was that he doesn't understand boundaries. He doesn't know when he's overstepped and when the line has become harassment. I think it's pretty safe to assume that that conversation beforehand was probably something like, you're so cute, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. She was probably uncomfortable, and then he probably said, I'm sorry, but you super cute. It was clear to me now that he doesn't understand what's harassment and what's not. I wish I could say that was the end of the Scott saga. After it had all been said and done, I had blocked him. After the conversation had ended, a couple minutes later, he just texted back, okay, I'm sorry, I will miss seeing your streams. I'm super sorry, I'll miss you and all your funny streams. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Can you please unban me? Then the next day he said, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Dude, Then he reached out on Twitter and said, "I'm sorry, I will miss your stream and you make me happy when I'm down. Very sweet. I appreciate the sentiment again. But, man, I also posted this pretty freaking fire cute photo of myself on Twitter. I never post pictures of myself on Twitter. I was feeling myself. And the first, like literally the first reaction to it, before anyone had liked it, was him liking and replying to it, "Please unblock me." Dude, read the room, man. He says, "I'm sorry for what I did. At Grandma Baldwin, I'm sorry for what I did and I will never do it again." Chill on you, boy. Chill on you, gosh darn boy. Let's pull up my YouTube. On New Year's Eve, I dropped my best video, the video that I'm most proud of. I dropped it on my YouTube channel, New Year's Eve. Very, very proud of it. It was my best of GHoover 2020. Let's take a little look-see here. Now, I premiered this video and I watched it live with some of my viewers. Now, if we take a look at our chat replay here, you can see Scott, you know, while I'm premiering my new video, my proudest video, chimes in with a sorry for everything. So this was the first appearance of Nick Wilde. So Nick Wilde popped up, you know, we're making fun of Nick Wilde. And then he decides, you know, I'll hit him with that 1-2 punch. Oh. Nick Wilde, can you tell GHoover I'm sorry, please? Please. Can you tell GHoover I'm sorry, please? You're so lucky, I think that's hilarious. That is like just my humor, where that's so fucking funny. He says, "Sorry, crying emoji." No, that's a good stream. I miss your streams. We'll cross paths again. I know we will. Yes, you will. Now, he has officially turned into a yes man. I think he's sensing that his apologies aren't getting to me, so now he's just agreeing with all of the jokes that I'm telling with Maddie. He's pumping me up, you know? He's trying to get me to feel good. What to do? I didn't even see that! I didn't even see that! Oh my god. What to do? I wish I can go see the stream. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's so funny. I wish that there was some stream I could be watching right now. Humpty Dumb. This fucking dude. Oh my god. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude. Just an insane situation that should never have happened. You might not have his humor. You might not have his incredible self-awareness. Y'all can rejoice in the fact that you're typing right here in this Twitch chat. And that's something that he cannot say.